Hey everyone, it's Alan with Earthglow. Welcome back to another new video. In today's video, we are going to be making some wax melt samples. And as you can see with one of my waxes, which is the IGI 4625, I really have to break it. Another thing that I like to do is have my fragrance oils pre-blended. So I will just take empty bottles that I have, clean them out, let them sit for a while until they fully dried, and then put one of my blends into them and then label it that way, so I don't have to remix each time. So what I've been enjoying doing lately is, with each order, including several different wax melt samples. And they could be samples of pretty much anything. I've been enjoying whatever the customer has in their order, choosing scents that are similar to that scent. And I've talked about this a bit in previous videos, but I really think that your customers that are already customers are going to be much more likely to repurchase from you in the future because they've already just purchased something. So if you include several scents in their order that are like ones that they already are buying, oftentimes they will just come right back and purchase those scents, is what I have found. Now, if you're interested in my full custom wax melt blend, check out my Patreon below. I go over not only that blend, but all of the different scents that I use and kind of the process for using that blend. Because I find with wax melts that using the same waxes that I use for my candles doesn't really work the right way. The wax melts won't pop out of the clamshells. They just won't have the aesthetic that I'm after. And another thing that really went into my blend formulation for wax melts is wanting to make sure that the melts would last a really long time. Now, some of that does depend on the individual fragrance that you're using, but I've also found that a lot of it just depends on your wax. So the blend that I'm using, that's one of my favorite things about it, is how long the wax melts will last for your customers. Now, in terms of cure time, this blend doesn't really require any. You can make these melts and put them in your melter the next day and they will throw and last. That's one of the nicest things about it too, is if you're doing a market and say you run out of stock on something or realize that you don't have inventory last minute, you are able to make a couple of wax melts or however many you need and have those ready to go next day. Now for labeling, I do tend to use just a simple gold foil label from online labels, and a lot of people have asked me which one specifically I use. I will have it linked below. It's just a simple gold label that I print black text on. Now, the printer settings can be a little bit particular, and I would not recommend this label if you have an inkjet printer personally, because it is going to be more prone to smearing on this particular label because the surface is already pretty slick due to the gold foil. And you can see the beautiful effect of these labels on the melts. I love just the simplistic effect. Now I've also done labels like this, and I'll have both of these types of labels linked in my Patreon, and I'll have the gold ones that I'm using linked below so that you guys are able to try them out if you would like to. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Sending all of you peace, love, and light, and wishing all of you happy candle making. I would like to take the time to thank my patrons for their incredible support.